Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to Houseman Field for tonight's NPSL soccer matchup featuring the visitors, the Kalamazoo United versus Grand Rapids FC. On behalf of GRFC, my name is Justin Harnden, and I'll be calling the shots here tonight at Houseman Field up high in the box. Totally different weather pattern we had than about a week ago. Actually quite chilly here tonight. 66 degrees, wind blowing out of the west at about 14 miles an hour. Feels about 62 degrees outside, so perfect weather for these guys to go at it on the soccer field in what really is a crucial and critical match for both these teams. GRFC comes into this game 2-0-1 in the season with 7 points in the Great Lakes region of the NPSL. Kalamazoo United 2-1-2, 8 points. So 8 points in 5 matches for Kalamazoo, 7 points for 3 matches in GRFC. So this win here could change things a lot as AFC Ann Arbor sits on top of the league undefeated with 13 points. DCFC right behind them with 9. And then the winner of this one, granted if there is a winner, will move into second place with KZoo at 11 points and GRFC with 10. So sort of a crucial matchup here in the NPSL Great Lakes region. And talking with head coach Lewis Robinson before the game for GR. So this is one of those things you have to win. You want to be competitive in this league, and it's a tough league. You have to take care of business at home, and you have to take care of business against local rivals. Kalamazoo United just about 40 minutes south of here and almost directly south on 131. And it's got a big game with those different sort of style and matchups here. First for Kalamazoo United, they're going to play a 4-3-3 system. In goal, number 0, Bo Prey. We'll talk about him a little later tonight as he is a GRFC alum. In front of him, 2 center backs, number 3, Jordan Villette from K College, and number 46, Dylan Philwalk, who's going to go to Detroit Mercy here in the fall. And both outside backs, number 5, Carson Brinks on the right side from Davenport, also just down the road here where head coach Lewis Robinson played his collegiate ball. And on the left side, number 21, Cam Sipple from Western Michigan University, known very well around these parts as well. In the midfield for him, number 6, Kyle Hernandez is going to sit in the number 6 role. And the attacking 2 players really looking for number 8, Nick King, and number 29, Paul Lee Agre. He's French, of course. Up top, there's 3 players. Number 13, Esteban Russell. Number 12, Janum Saylor. And number 10, Doomy, going to do the business. GRFC lining up a little bit different than they're used to. A flat 4 across the back, led by stopper in goal. Number 1, Noah Fazekas. Basically the GRFC stalwart back there. In front of him on the left side, Trent Vector. In front of him in the center, Liam Kettle, number 6. And number 2, Jake Vanderlaan. And then Nick Groenwald on the right side in the back. Now sort of a diamond midfield setup for GRFC today. Number 22, Derek Sutton is going to sit in that defensive sort of center mid role in that backwards part of the diamond. Attacking in that midfield role is going to be number 77, Alex Mendez. On the left side, Caleb Postlethwaite. On the right side, Anthony Bowie. Up top, 2 tall giants, both go about 6'3" to 6'4", and maybe even 6'5" a little bit. Number 12, Scott Doney, and number 9, Matt Whelan. As the game gets underway, GRFC is attacking right to left, Kalamazoo going left to right, and right at the start, you're going to see here in the first minute of play, one of the GRFC weapons in number 6, Trent Vector, is going to go up there. Very long throw from him. As GRFC lines up, anything in the offensive third like this is almost like a corner kick. Vector whips the ball in, just over the head. It looks like Postlethwaite in there. It's going to get flicked over and out of bounds by Kalamazoo United, and Vector's going to jog across this side. A couple interesting matchups we'll see tonight. You've got Anthony Bowie on the right flank for GRFC, and then you got on the left back Cam Sipple, 2 collegiate teammates, both play a collegiate ball at Western Michigan. In Division I, Western Michigan, a great season so far. Vector with that long throw in there, headed away clear. Vanderlaan just puts it back up into the mix. As Doomy tries to bring it down, play through the head of Janum Saylor. Saylor's up there sort of on his loan right now. You can sort of see it. He's going to be that point striker, number 12 for KZoo. He's going to be up there probably on his own for a lot of this time, as it looks like probably Kalamazoo United is going to sit back and sort of defend. Looks like almost like a 4-2-3-1 realistically. Alex Mendez, never shy on the ball, has to go all the way through Fazekas. Key to play tonight, probably for Kalamazoo United FC, is those 2 guys that play in the sort of the defensive center mid roles, and number 8, Nick King, and number 6, Kyle Hernandez. Nick King, prestigious, he's his collegiate ball at Bucknell University. It's Division I. And then K College grad, I believe, Kyle Hernandez on the right side of that midfield. As Postlethwaite looks like trying to spring Whalen into the hands of Bo Prey. Bo Prey, not a stranger from the Grand Rapids area. played here in the first year of GRFC, and then he's the first player sort of signed by Kalamazoo United when they came through. And one of those things we'll talk about throughout the night. This is going to be the last competitive soccer match probably in the history or the career of Beaupre, as he leaves on the 10th for basic training. We'll talk about that as we get through, as Groenewald heads the ball to Sutton. Sutton brings it down and plays through. Bowie pinches in, and Bowie all the way up to, it looks like, Whalen. Sits underneath. Whalen just going to do that target striker right now. Keep the ball. Able to switch the ball through Vector now. Pressured by Dooney. Mendez able to turn. Mendez definitely a crafty player. Looks like he tried to play Whalen in this time, and not again. Doesn't happen again. Beaupre calmly grabs that. Misplayed ball there. Vector misreads it. And Brinks picks it up, and Brinks looks like to play target high right away. As it looks like Liagre, a French player for Kalamazoo United, Paul Liagre, from France, plays in that attacking center mid-roll, dives in through. Dooney on the ball, splits two GRFC players, whips the ball across the face of goal, through the legs, and just goes past that far post. Fizika's on the ground, had it covered, and nobody crashing in on the back post for Kalamazoo United. We mentioned Prey played his collegiate ball at Kalamazoo College, and then came up to GRFC for a year, played some stuff up here, and then goes back to Kalamazoo United. He's been down there. He's already completed 3 years of med school. He's going to complete that final one as a member of the military service, and I believe it was the Army. He leaves for basic training in San Antonio, Texas here on the 10th. So this is basically the last competitive game that Beaupre will play in, and he's going to go on and finish up the rest of his school, do his residency, and then a surgical residency in the military. So big congratulations from GRFC out to Beaupre, and a lot of respect and admiration for what he's going to do, what he has done, and what he is going to do for the future. As Kettle tries to blast that ball up and settles under pressure, or Sutton's under pressure there now. Liagre, Sutton all the way to Vector now, as Postal Weight sort of entered the offensive third. Just like that, it finds the feet of Postal Weight. Liagre, a little sombrero trick over Sutton. Sutton plays collegiately at Butler University. He's been with the team for about 2 weeks in GRFC. Head coach Lewis Robinson speaks really highly of Sutton, says he does a lot of great stuff, and he played about half the game on Friday night in the 2-0 loss to AFC Ann Arbor. GRFC doubles down there with Bowie and Mendez. Into the feet of Doney now. Big ball switch to the feet of Brinks on the far side as Brink brings it down. Little mental lapse there by Dooney as he just lets the ball go out of bounds, puts his hand up to acknowledge the fact that he did that. It's going to be a throw-in on this near side to GRFC. Vector definitely a long throw, and of course, header won by Brinks. Sutton to Vector. Sutton just sits in that space right now, and that's sort of one of those key things you want to look at in this diamond midfield formation with Mendez higher and Sutton in there. Sutton's going to have to cover a lot of space in here. You're going to see Vector get up into attack, and Sutton's going to drop back into that back line a lot just to sort of take up that space and negate that counterattack, as it looks like Kalamazoo United is going to try to play through Sailor up top the whole time. Free kick here. Quickly in. Finds in. Postal Weight brings up the side. This time he's going to get a left-footed service. Header cleared. Finds the feet of Whalen. Whalen lines up and it's deflected. That ball's going to stay in bounds. Sutton opens his hips now and goes in the attacking third. We'd like to see GFC maybe take a little bit of chances. That field's a tight field. Looks like most of the players for Kalamazoo United playing with about a 20-yard window, if not less than that. So you want to get those midfielders to sort of attack into that space behind the back line and behind Kalamazoo United. So Villette just picks that off. Finds Sipple on the left side. Talked about Sipple, of course. Sipple is a great player for Western Michigan University. We know him pretty well. Nick King ball. Nick King's get played off. It looks like Postal Weight, as Postal Weight's pinched way in right now. So you can see that diamond midfield might not be too stretched all the time. GRFC generally plays a 4-3-3 formation. This time in a 4-4-2. Off the hip of Vector. No pass back, of course. Fazekas picks up, and we're quickly into the attack with GRFC. A little heavy touch by Groenwald there. It is going to stay out of bounds for a throw over there as the ball went off of Russell. Number 13, Esteban Russell, another one of the West Michigan University products for Kalamazoo United. Mendez finds some space. Vector going up in attack. This time it's split through. Ball just overhit a little bit. Prey off his line quickly. He picks it back up and restarts it quickly to Doomy on this right side. Sailor jogs across, finds space. Doomy attacks into it. He brings it back in, and just like that, GFC just sort of held it off. But Doomy just keeping the ball fairly well across there as GFC just sort of dropped off and let him play in. Miss hit cross by Russell on that far side. So a lot of people on here, you see you got Sipple and Russell from Western Michigan University. Both play together there, along with Anthony Bowie. So 3 guys from Western Michigan on here. Could be 2 guys from Spring Arbor, as Janum Saylor for Kalamazoo United plays his collegiate ball at Spring Arbor University. And on the bench is Morris Kamara for GRFC. Donnie wins that header, flicks it, not able to find the feet of Whalen. And Brinks just smashes that upfield to Saylor. Kettle's a definitely good sized frame player in the back right there. Ball cleared by Doomy right to the feet of Vector. Vector keeps it no problem. He's under pressure tight from Brinks. Good hard physical play in there through the feet of Saylor. Saylor not able to turn. Kettle's long leg gets in there. Mendez ducks down to win that header and gets blown out by Nick King. And a referee pulls a whistle there. He's going to call a free kick for GRFC. Brave play by Alex Mendez, putting his head into a situation that most people definitely wouldn't. Mendez not afraid to mix it up a little bit. People might look at Mendez and not think he's super fast or super quick, but he's definitely got a second gear in him. As Kettle whips this ball in. Big flighted ball to the back post. Donnie jumps for it. Misses it. Groenwald pressures. The ball's cleared out of bounds by Sipple. And Anthony Bowie's going to take this one on the far side. Just about 10 minutes into this game. Score tied 0-0. No clear chances for either team. I think GRFC has a little bit of the possession aspect of it. But possession doesn't mean anything if the ball isn't in the back of the net. As it looks like Russell gets sprung. Brings the ball back. Doomy on this far post, or on this far side of the field for him. Plenty of space. Kalamazoo United not able to find him. Now we try to find Doomy running in. Finds the space, tries to head it back. Not able to do so. Physical play in there by Kettle as Kettle just shepherds him off the field. Fazekas to take the goal kick. Maybe not. Doomy wins that one uncontested. In this situation, we want GRFC to take care of the ball a little bit more and compete against it. Fazekas put his hand up knowing that he mishit that. Brilliant flick there by Polstowit. And Vector and Mendez not on the same page as Doomy comes in. Kalamazoo FC. Brings to Saylor. Looks like a free kick there given against Kettle. Kettle a little too eager right there. With Saylor not going anywhere towards the GRFC goal, facing away from it. That free kick for Kalamazoo FC. To be taken by King. Switched all the way across the field to Sipple. Sipple brings it down. Now flights the ball back in. Kettle wins that one easy. Sutton looks to bring this one down, and GRFC looking to able to counterattack now. Big driven ball through. As Whalen comes out, Bray off his line right away. And Bray just smashes it into the Kalamazoo FC bench. Right over by coaching staff and Brian Clements, the head coach. And Jacob Puente, and then assistant coach Todd Wells over there. All on the bench for Kalamazoo FC. Sutton on this one. Sutton to Vector now. Pass just overhit as Vector's not able to get the end of it. Missed opportunity for possession there for GR. Frank skips it into Saylor. Saylor tries to flick it. First time ball is this. That's Jake Vanderlaan, played his collegiate ball at Oakland University. Ezekias, Midwestern State. Brinks mistouched on this one. Doney's going to keep it inbounds. Thought about letting it out of bounds. And Brinks hits it off Doney and it's going to be a throw-in for Kalamazoo. Sort of lackadaisical play there by Doney, the New Zealander over here. Sort of a little bit too sluggish and slow. 14th minute of play. So Vector wins that one, goes out of bounds. And throw in for Kalamazoo. And Brinks. Gumi gets in and turns like 3 GRFC players. This is his touch. Referee brings it back. Tried to play advantage through it. Our center referee tonight, Nick Balser over here, brings that back. Tried to play advantage as it looked like Kalamazoo FC was going to be able to keep it. Not able to do so. Going to have a free kick here. Free kick again. Taken by King again. This one's set up a little differently. Sipple not out wide. Everybody's in the attack now. The ball gets flighted in. Diving header attempt. Can't tell who it was on that. Maybe it was Sipple in the back. Oh, sorry, it's not Sipple. A missed opportunity there. So I believe that was Jordan Valate. Yep, he was in the center back. Gets up there. Gets a diving header attempt. Not able to direct it towards frame. Ezekias takes another goal kick. The goal kicks are these 50-50 balls that really everything should be contested. Here they just let one team win it. Gonna fight through it. Bowie's able to bring this one down. They're looking to spring it through Mendez. Mendez a little sluggish and slow, able to come through a minute. He gets picked off this time again by Hernandez. Tackles flying in all over. Doomy's playing in now. Vanderlaan reads that really well. Liagre tries to press right away, not able to get it. You know, Kalamazoo FC looked like they could come in and challenge right quick there on the counter. Not able to do anything with it. Saylor, postal weight. Mendez tries to keep it underneath. Sutton just smashes it upfield. Whalen's going to try to jump for this one. Good battle between those two players. Jordan Valate. And out wide, Russell. Into the feet, Hernandez. Sipple on the overlap, and Bowie, both collegiate teammates. Sipple gets the best of that one. As Bowie goes crashing into the advertising boards on the far side. It's one of the best things about this league in the MPSL, especially when you're playing in such a close proximity to everybody in the Great Lakes region like this. You have Kalamazoo, Ann Arbor, DC, and all that stuff sort of in close proximity. You're going to see people that you know because the summer league might be a little closer to where your home is as opposed to where your college is. These guys definitely know each other very well. Look to play out of it really well too. Doney into the feet of Whalen. Whalen tries to flick it. And Preston Brinks. Plays it back to Prey. Prey just hammers it up the field. Orwell brings it down fairly simply. Misplays it though. Ball's played through. Doney sort of checked out for a second. And Doney was sort of on the page there and locked in right away. He might be able to get to that ball. Sutton making covering a lot of space in the defensive midfielder role now as Polstoway pinches in a ton at weak side. Allows Vector to attack. Vector left-footed player 1v1 against Brinks. Tries to whip a ball in. It's going to go off of Brinks. It's going to go out for a throw-in. We talked about this before. These throw-ins down here in the 17th minute. Definitely an offensive chance here, especially with two guys over 6'3", 6'4" tall in the midfield or in the forward spot. When he tries to lean in off the back of the head of Mendez, and Doomie just clears it up line. Vanderlaan takes it quick rather than letting Vector get back. Vanderlaan into Whalen. Whalen takes it off the chest. Bowie tries to bring it down. This is Simple and Whalen on the back line. Grunwald and Russell. Grunwald, maybe not the fastest player out there, but he is technically fairly gifted and definitely has a lot of strength. GRFC losing possession now, out wide to Doomy. Not able to keep it inbounds. Assistant referee on the near side, right on top of that situation. Neither team able to find a rhythm here so far in the first 18 minutes. Things are broken up pretty quick with little tic-tac fouls, but neither team trying to able to keep possession in attack. Missed opportunities on both sides. GRFC a little bit more possession probably, which Kalamazoo FC looks dangerous in that counter as well. But it is definitely a 4-2-3-1 for Kalamazoo. Spector hits this free kick. Break off his line. Interesting decision. It looks like Doney had position, but it is going to be a call for a free kick against Scott Doney. And Doney's probably got prey by maybe 6 or so inches there. Definitely a big chance. But just physical play, both players going for it. Simple takes off the chest, under pressure by Bowie. Rolled off of Simple. Aussie chant in the background. That's for Nick Grunwald, who played last year professionally in Australia. Not a bad gig, of course, if you want to be a soccer player, going to Australia, spending your time down there, playing professionally. Doney holds people off. Doney, a left-footed player, is deflected off of Phil Walk. Former junior college player. Going to go to Detroit Mercy this year in the fall. But here's our first corner kick of the game. Number 77, Alex Mendez, is going to go over there and take it. It's going to be an outswinger with the right foot. All the big boys up there, defenders and forwards. Snap header by Postal Weight goes just wide. Up here on this angle, couldn't really tell much about it. Postal Weight likes to find those balls and comes in hard and clean. And found himself unmarked, just not able to turn his head around or turn his hips and shoulders around to put that on frame. That's where you want GRFC to be a little more clinical in that final third. Thought that game they played on Friday night at AFC Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor had some better chances throughout, but GRFC definitely had some quality opportunities to score, not able to do so. Postal Weight to Whalen. Whalen against Sipple. Sipple slides, clears that ball out of bounds. Yeah, I think there's about a bad 20 or 25 minutes in that game at AFC Ann Arbor, and it cost GRFC a 2-goal deficit, and they're not able to come out of it. I think in the second half, definitely had a lot of opportunities, just not able to come through clean on them. Corner kick number 2 in quick succession. Mendez, big one to the far post right now. Over the head of everybody. That's sort of hard to do when you've got probably 4 guys in there over 6'2". Vector probably goes 6'1", 6'2", Doney and Whalen. And Kettle all over 6'1", 6'2", 6'3" as well. Missed chance played in there. Mendez sidesteps it. Plays in Doney, a little too overhit. As the ball rolls right into the hands of Prey. Mendez found the right gap and found the right space, just not able to have the right touch on it. As Sipple looks to play through Liagre keeps it, plays Doomy in the middle. However, Kettle's no problem in it. Kettle also bodies Doomy off of it. Bowie, the Forest Hill Central product, just down the road here. Former winner of the state's Mr. Soccer. Which means he was the best high school player in the state that year. Finds the feet of Brinks on the far side here. Brinks coming up here to Doomy now. Into Brinks, into Sailor. Sailor's missed touch. Tried to play off Doomy on the one touch back to him. Not able to do so. Kettle goes back through Fazekas. GRFC look not being super dynamic in their attacking patterns and what they're doing. Because Vanderlaan just hits that one out of bounds, puts his hand up again. We've seen that 3 or 4 times so far tonight. The players on GRFC puts their hand up, just sort of apologizing for a bad ball. But eventually they got to be a little bit cleaner, a little more clinical in what they're doing. because these missed chances of keeping possession and keeping opportunities going really going to shoot you in the foot here right now. Also a big switch ball in. Gronwald tons of space as Russell was pitched on that far side. Gronwald tries to play a big long ball up forward. Prey off his line, not able to get it, but the ball sort of comes off the feet. And it looks like Phil Walk and Doney. And one thing you can't short Kalamazoo FC doing is when they get the ball in Bo Prey's hands, Bo Prey is looking to restart play right away, and it's going to that weak side a lot of times. GRFC not able to keep it. Playing in the shape they're doing right now in that sort of diamond midfield, which is a sort of a tight diamond midfield. It's almost like a 4-3-3, and where how tight those midfielders play, but you're putting 4 in there. And it frees up that space for Vector and Gronwald to get into the attack. Vector probably a little more fleet of foot than Gronwald on the left side here. They try to play him a little bit, not able to get anything great in quick succession. Vanderlaan comes up. There's the defeat of Doney. Doney tries to play with Mendez. Mendez already in the attack there. Mendez probably trying to play like sort of like almost like an attacking center midfielder, of course, like a supporting role off of Whalen and Doney. So if he gets up in the attack too quick, there's no space to keep the ball, and GRFC is forced to go forward a lot. I'd like to see Mendez be a little more patient in his play there. Sipple chips that ball in. And he thought about doing something athletic about it, not able to do so. The ball is just going to be a throw in for GRFC deep in their own defensive third. Head coach Lewis Robinson of GRFC taking his time to talk to Matt Whalen at the little break. Trying to get him to be a little more active in there. Here's Mendez in. Mendez tries to flick it onto Whalen, not able to keep it. Sort of overplays it. A lot of GRFC players just flying in. And Kalamazoo able to keep it through. Dooney's played it over the top. Not able to keep it in bounds. And there's going to be another goal kick here for Fazekas to take. In the 25th minute. 25 minutes played so far. 0-0 here at Houseman Field in the Great Lakes NPSL matchup. No real quality chances here for either team. Snap header by Postal Weight goes wide. And a diving header by Elite went wide as well. Gronwald comes through this one. That could have been dangerous there as Gronwald took it off the chest a little bit harder. Kagan read that fairly well. And it's sort of a back and forth game. 18-18 right now. Kettle put under pressure by Saylor. Good turn by Sutton. Gets sort of picked and fouled right there, and that foul is going to be by Kyle Hernandez. Sorry, correction, that's not Hernandez. It's Leagre. Whalen doesn't keep the ball. Postalweight calls off Vector. Plays through Mendez now. This is where Mendez has a little bit more space. You expect him to keep it a little bit more. Do the right stuff, not able to do so. Little back heel chance there to Gronwald. Back to Vanderlaan in the back. GRFC sustaining possession a little bit. Vanderlaan got sucked up into the attack. This is could be an interesting chance here, and Kalamazoo FC sort of wasted it. Got Vanderlaan out of position, sucked up into attack, and Kalamazoo not able to exploit that pace or the space that he vacated. Big ball over the top, just smashed wide by Valet. It's a local K College product there for Kalamazoo FC. Throwing deep in the offensive third. Sipple's going to jog over and take. Possession for Kalamazoo. Gains about 5 to 6 yards on that one. Top. Won by Sutton. Sutton to Gronwald. Sutton to Doney. This one, good things can happen. Mendez not Not the slowest player out there. Definitely technical enough to do it. Not able to keep the ball there. It's deflected by Hernandez. Bowie just gets tossed to the ground right there by Leagre. Leagre known for his attacking skills. Maybe not so much the defensive skills. He gets a little greedy there and takes out Bowie. Leagre come from a junior college program. He's going to move on collegiately to Oakland University and play for Eric Pogue. Big ball in there. And Doney on the back post by himself. Out jumps Philwalk on the back. And Doney just heads it back to where it came from. Easily past it. Great ball flooded in by Caleb Postaway in the backside. And then Philwalk didn't really do much at all. And Doney just out jumps and really didn't need to do too much. And basically a fairly simple header for somebody that's that quality in the air. And advantage GRFC in the 28th minute as GRFC go up 1-0 with a header at the back post by Scott Doney, assisted by Caleb Postaway. First good quality chance, and GRFC capitalize on it.
Goal for the 28th minute by number 12, Scott Doney.
A decent ball by Postaway. Doney just all by himself, really. As I don't think Philwalk knew what he was doing. He knew what was going on behind him there. And maybe didn't expect Doney to come in. Postaway, the server of the ball, now in possession there. Doomey gets it, keeps it. Nice little turn. Postaway goes to ground, goes to the back leg of him. Doomey sort of wanted to see advantage going on there. Center referee said there wasn't anything going to happen. Quickly take it all the way across. The feet of Hernandez. Hernandez to Sipple. Sipple likes to get in the attack here. Player that definitely can. Groenwald defends that brilliantly in there. Yeah, Sipple is one of the ones that he plays the outside back role, but when he gets forward into the attacking third with his pace and his service, it's one of those things that any coach would really want to have. And Sipple's one of those technically, tactically good decision players all over the field, getting up in the attack right there. So freeing up space for him to go is one of those things you want to hope that head coach Brian Clement has talked about and wants his team to do. All the way to the feet of Fazekas, wearing the captain's armband tonight, that bright orange captain armband. Got it through Whalen. Postaway able to keep it. There's a good chance now. GRFC can attack with numbers. Whalen able to play Vector. Vector takes a positive touch in. Tries to serve it in early. Another foul on Doney. This time center referee calls a foul and issues a yellow card to Scott Doney. The 50-50 ball at the back post. Beaupre has to come for it. Scott Doney has to come for it. The assistant center referee thinks that Doney meant malicious harm there. I don't think it was malicious at all. I think it was just going for the ball. I mean, Doney's got right to the space as well. I think it's one of those things that's a soccer play situation. Prey's going to go up with his arms trying to grab it. Doney's going to go up with his head, try to win it. And I think both players are entitled to that space. However, different vantage point on the field, of course, a different space to play into. But that could change the outcome of the game right now as Doney, the goal scorer, is sitting on a yellow card just like that. Whalen now gets absolutely blasted by Valit, the center back. And the Grand Army showing their yellow cards and chanting yellow, yellow, yellow. Would want to see one come back. But having Doney this early in the 31st minute playing on a yellow card, I mean, there's still 60 minutes of soccer left to go. It definitely changes how he plays, and now he's going to be second-guessing every situation when he has to go in for those chances because he's winning twice, and the referee's awarded free kicks against him both times. Vanderlyn whips the ball up over the head of Vector. Looks like it's flicked out. This is Mendez. Mendez just shepherds it out of bounds as he was put under pressure by Brinks. Knowing that you have an offensive weapon in this throw by Trent Vector, you can afford to do that. All the big boys come up again. Kettle, Whalen, Doney. Postlethwaite seems to find the ball on almost every touch. The ball's whipped in by Vector. Whalen to jump to it. Over the touch of Mendez. Mendez just misreads that a little bit, and Bray's able to snag it. And Mendez probably just checked out for a half second, expecting that header to be on frame. Bray thought about quickly releasing this, and hammers this one up the field. Headed down by Kettle into Fazekas. Fazekas a little high off his line. Doesn't look too scary, but it's still one of those situations where you want to second guess the decision a little bit. Fazekas throws that ball up to the feet of Groenewald as Kalamazoo FC sort of sat back just a touch more. Mistouched in here. Postlethwaite able to get a touch. Beats Brinks to the ball. Postlethwaite in there. Bowie running into the back post. Just overhit past Bowie. Bowie definitely in space there, and that's what Postlethwaite was looking for. Sutton turns pretty simply. And he gets picked there. Liadre looks like again. See our center referee having a nice little discussion with Nick Groenewald, and by saying nice little discussion, it looks like it's some heated moments and some anger as well. Out of your screen on the right side, what you didn't see is Liam Kettle being a great center back and tying Fazekas' shoes. Goalkeeper's not going to take his gloves off and do it, and that's sort of the center back's job as well. The referee and Groenewald still having a discussion. Now 30 yards in the discussion now. Looks like Vanderlong's going to take this one as Groenewald join the attack in the 18. Vanderlong, big driven ball in here. Doney still mixing it up. Header won by Groenewald. Mendez gets bodied off now. This is Sailor in here. Sailor versus Kettle. Sailor's turf monster sort of grabs him and slows him down a little bit. Looks like he's going to try to play Doomy through. Great, brilliant run there through by Doomy, and a good ball by Sailor. Just overhit it a little bit. Fazekas able to run, but good run coming out of that midfield third into the space. Doomy looking to pick Kettle's pocket. Doney able to keep the ball under. Swings the ball through Kettle again. Now the point of attack is to be able to switch as Kalamazoo FC sort of drop off again into that clear 4-2-3-1 formation. Postlethwaite not able to keep it. Sailor a couple nice little turns in there. Body by Postlethwaite. Sailor still able to keep it. The ball just hammered out of bounds by Nick King. The Bucknell product. Sutton now. Sutton goes up in the attack a little bit more. As Doney tried to hold off Brinks, not able to do so. That ball's deflected. Sailor spun out by Vector. Sailor just pins it off the legs of Vector now. It's going to be a throw in for Kalamazoo FC. Brinks jogs up to take this one. Russell looks like he's slid in the midfield role now, so he'll have, looks like Russell and Hernandez now sitting into that space. King sort of attacking. Looks like Liadre is sort of maybe pinched out a little bit wider now into that flank. Diving save by Fazekas. Looked nice, but probably a little bit simpler and calmer than we might have thought on the street. Wisely jumping out of that one. Postlethwaite just a touch late, finds Brinks into space. Brinks through Doomy. Now tries to play in King. Kettle shepherds it back to Fazekas, and Fazekas just hammers this into our bleachers over here. Correction, just shy of the bleachers. Ball bounces back into the field. It's not in play yet, so it's fine. Doney plays the ball back to our ball boy. Sailor under pressure by Kettle. Kettle tings it off of Sailor's shin guard. Our assistant referee on this side points to a goal kick. just entered the 38th minute. GRFC leads by a score 1-0 here at Houseman Field in an NPSL Sunday night matchup. Grunwald gets in the attacking third. Mendez dummies it, finds the feet of Whalen again. Whalen tries to play it back. Decision by Doney to do that one is probably not the best choice, as Vector on this ball, on this near side, was in acres of space, just Doney not able to switch the point of attack. Tries to play Whalen back through. And Vector sort of had acres of space just entering the 18. But the big tall New Zealand forward just sort of put the ball right back to pressure. There's going to be a throw in. Vector to take, of course. Long throw taken into the back post. Header won by Brinks. Bowie now, sort of in the defensive situation for this. Bowie no shortage of the pace. Bowie had a conversation with Saylor there. Mendez doesn't really care too much about it. Puts the ball down for a free kick. Postlethwaite and Mendez both on it. Kalamazoo playing really deep, allowing these guys for GRFC, the big tall guys, to get into the 6. I think Beau Cray would want to push that team up just a touch more as Postlethwaite hammers this one in. Grunwald not able to turn for it. A lot of physical contact in there, and the header by Grunwald goes over. But sort of interesting decision there is goalkeeper Prey sort of let them sit into that 6 as much as they did. Figure he wanted to own that space a little bit more, and that could just be his concern, not being the tallest in there. Wants to make sure he had numbers behind the ball just in case he needed pressure. It allows Whalen and Doney to have to sort of post up rather than run in an attack. Mendez's header off the back of Russell now. Cleared by Phil Walk, straight up in the air. Won by nobody. So Whalen takes the touch past him. Whalen throws his body in there, physical, brings it back. Jimmy found tons of space on this side. Vector trying to recover. GRFC getting numbers back now. Maybe snaps it in. Not able to keep it though. Sutton just plays it off him. It's all right, and goes to feed a Kettle. Kettle brings it up. No miss hits that one. Mendez able to turn and keep it. Doney, nice little footwork there as well. Finds the feet of Postlethwaite on the far side. Bowie looks for the switch. Ball's just going to be sort of overhit there, but Bowie's able to recover and keep it in bounds. And Bowie flights that ball in. Whalen, back post, not able to find it. Postlethwaite comes in. Postlethwaite's going to hit through it. Good ball to the far post. And Postlethwaite turned assistant on the first one to goal scorer on the second. And in the 41st minute, just into the 41st minute, GRFC takes a 2-0 lead. Bowie whips that ball in. Whalen not able to get the end of it, brings it back down. Briggs overcommits there, and Whalen touches the ball back to Postlethwaite. He takes one touch to settle it, and then sort of bends the ball into the back post across the goal, and goalkeeper Prey not able to reach out to his left and make the save. So Postlethwaite having a good night so far. We got 2 goals tonight for GRFC, and Postlethwaite's got a goal and an assist. The assist to Scott Doney, and now the assist off the goal off of the assist from Whalen.
The assist by number 9, Matt Wheeling.
GRFC a couple of quality chances here, starting to get clinical a little bit more in front of goal. They're doing a couple more good things in that attacking third. And then hopefully we'll take this lead into halftime here as we're taking into the 42nd minute right now. GRFC up 2-0 against Kalamazoo FC. Vector gets clipped by King. As number 8, Nick King for Kalamazoo FC, clips Vector's leg when Vector cuts the ball back. Vector really wasn't going anywhere in that situation at all anyways. Left-footed Vector to take this one. Comes up short. Sutton tries to bring it by a chest. Mistouches a little bit. Whalen into Doney. Doney and Whalen starting a little bit of a relationship up there a little bit. They play off each other fairly well. And they see as the game goes on, they're starting a little bit more vibe of where the other one is and what the other one's doing. And that's what you sort of look like when you play with tandem strikers. Realistically, both players being that tall and that size frame, that's what it is. So the more they get a relationship and the more they can work together on stuff, as Bowie backheels the ball and finds Doney. Doney plays into Mendez. Mendez mistouches a little bit. Plays Doney back now. Doney just smashes it off of Phil Walken. It's going to go out for a corner. Mendez going to jog over to take. The big guys for GRFC jog up again. Mendez takes it. Vector finds himself open, not able to get enough on it. Bowie's going to try to keep this as he's under pressure by Hernandez. Hernandez just flicks it out of bounds. Everybody thought Vector was taking it. Bowie takes it quickly into the feet of Sutton. Sutton into Vector. Sutton and Vector just sort of keeping the ball a little bit as Sutton tries to hit the ball to the far post. Whalen bodies up. Doney's offsides. Off the Whalen touch. It's going to be an indirect free kick for Kalamazoo FC. It's going to be taken by Prey as we're in the 44th minute. Once again, GRFC lead by 2-0. You're in MPSL Great Lakes Soccer action. Good touch by Saylor there, plays through Sipple. Sipple we know can attack and loves to get forward. Not able to see a lot of that on him right now so far tonight. And Mendez buckled over pretty hard there trying to cut the ball back. Hernandez now to Toomey. Toomey service to the back post. Hit back through. Sort of bicycle attempt there by Nick King. Doesn't get all of it at all. Kalamazoo trying to apply pressure here before we get into this halftime stuff. Pass for Toomey over hit. Vizika shakes his finger, and that's going to be a goal kick for GRFC in the 45th minute. We'll hear how much stoppage time we have here in a second, as the referee is going to add a couple minutes of stoppage time, most likely with 2 goals, a lot of free kicks, plus the yellow card and some discussions. Now only 1 minute of stoppage time awarded by center referee Nick Balsa. Zikas takes this one. Doney with the flick on. Now Whalen. Mendez trying to get up an attack. Mendez goes up and bodies it. Legs flying in all over the place. He takes it off his face. Vector fast stepping some feet. Plays the ball. Tried to intend it for Saylor, but the ball goes out of bounds. GRFC now in no real rush to take this one. We just entered into that 1 minute of stoppage time. Brinks smashes it forward to Saylor. Kettle under pressure by Saylor. Just flicks the ball out of bounds. GRFC just trying to get some numbers back here and go into halftime with his 2-0 lead. Throw-in's taking a Brinks. Postlethwaite off his toe stud, out of bounds. Juggled in there by King to the far post, not able to find it. Vizika sort of losing his mind over there as King just juggles the ball inside the 18. Tries to hit it to the back post, not able to do so. But that's like 3 balls this half that we've seen go off of that, or sort of just wide of that far post. But Fazekas is here. And right there puts us to halftime. And the boys in blue of GRFC are going to go into the halftime with a 2-0 advantage over Kalamazoo FC. Goals from Scott Doney off the assist by Postlethwaite. And the second goal off the foot of Caleb Postlethwaite, this time assisted by Matt Whalen. A lot of stuff looking in this 4-4-2 formation for GRFC in the 4-2-3-1 situation for Kalamazoo FC. Both coaches, head coach Brian Clements and head coach Lewis Robinson of Kalamazoo and GR respectively, are going to have a lot to talk about here and try to negate this stuff. Kalamazoo going to look to come on the offensive, and GRFC look to do a lot more of what they did and maybe tighten things up here in the back. So in about 14 minutes, we'll be back with the second half. Once again, GRFC 2, Kalamazoo FC 0. Two of the NPSL game tonight between Kalamazoo FC in purple and GRFC in white. GRFC enters the second half with a lead of 2-0. We have a GRFC. My name is Justin Harnan, member of Detroit Sports Media, calling the game here tonight for you. GRFC, decent first half. Was able to run down real quick and talk to head coach Lewis Robinson about his perceptions of it. And he goes, you know what? It's not bad. We're 2-0 up. We're leading with 2 goals. But it's sort of a boring game to watch. I'm over on the bench sort of sitting back, relaxing, and it's just sort of like he's zoned out because the game gets so boring and there's not much attack and excitement in it. And it's sort of a game between both ways, or between the 18s a little bit. The other thing he said is that defensively we need to be a little less complacent in what we do. We just sort of check out and get a little lethargic. And when we get lethargic like that, Kalamazoo is able to counter. You got situations where Doomy's in there and he's sort of pacey and stuff and he's able to get in behind, but they're not able to do anything with it. Looks like a tactical change in here as the back line looks the same for Kalamazoo. Midfield looks roughly the same. Doomy comes over to the left side, and then number 9, Lawan Abari, checks in and looks like he's going to be on the right flank for the second half. Looks like King's going to sit. Liagre is going to attack. Sailor's still at the point. GRFC looks exactly the same as they left it. So no changes there. Yeah, Liagre is going to be the attacking one. King's going to sit a little more defensively now. So rather than a 4-2-3-1 right from the start, it looks like a 4-3-3 traditional with King in that number 6. Or sorry, Hernandez in that number 6. And Liagre and King attacking now. It's a little more traditional, rotate things up. A different player in Lawan Abari. One of the things that Lewis talked about at halftime too is he's really happy with the quality of finishes, the situations that brought us the goal or brought GRFC the goal. And the combination play in there, especially the second one with Bowie and Postlewaite and Matt Whalen. Loved what that happened as Mendez turns out of pressure there. Finds the feet of Groenwald. Groenwald missing some touches in there, misses another one right now, and this is Doomy coming in. Doomy 1v1 with Vanderlaan, will step over, brings it inside to his left foot. Kettle recovers. Physique is able to get there right away too. And it looks like Vanderlaan's probably going to need a sub right here as he's grabbing his hamstring right off the bat. So less than a minute into this first half, and it looks like head coach Lewis Robinson and the GRFC coaching staff are going to have to go to their bench and bring on a different center back. And that's one of those situations that should be avoided there. Groenwald mistouches the ball forward, and it sort of frees up Doomy to come at him. And number 10 for Kalamazoo FC is a pacey player, little scissors in there and step over, gets him separated, and Vanderlaan has to recover, and immediately after Vanderlaan hit the turf, or hit the track actually behind the turf, he falls down and grabs his hamstring. And GRFC are going to have to make that change right away. It looks like the change for Kalamazoo FC was number 13, Esteban Russell, is the one to come off. That allows number 9, Lawan Abari, to come in. Vanderlaan walking outside the field right now. Looks like GRFC's guys are getting ready and getting warm. Definitely not the situation that GRFC wanted to be in right off the bat in order to negate this stuff. Looks like Postlewaite slides into left back to start here right now as we're just a 4-3-2 basically. Vector goes into center back mode. Talking about Postlewaite before the game as well. Postlewaite played 4 years at outside back for Butler and did great there, but Lewis Robinson was like, I'm not even sure if that's the right place for him. Avari comes in quick. Vector comes in, shields it out of the way, and Physique is able to grab it. Keep this in mind, GRFC playing with 10 right now. We were talking about Postlewaite. We don't even know what's the best situation for him to play. He's just that athletic and that smart that you just don't know where he's supposed to play or the best situation for him. But what you're going to see tonight is a lot of stuff where it's working as best we can, and Postlewaite's going to be a big key player so far. As Postlewaite in the first half with a goal and an assist. As GRFC is struggling to keep possession right now, playing with 10 men. This frees up Sipple. Number 21. Kettle wins that, doesn't win it hard. Plays it back to Vizikis. Vizikis is able to keep it and just smashes the ball upfield. To Doney. Doney's going to try to keep it. And he can sort of double press there, and Sipple again. Sipple and Bowie, college teammates. to the field. Liagre outside. Plays with the right foot his back post. Abari tries to be acrobatic about it, not able to do so. Abari a lot more time than he probably thought there as Mendez was late to recover. Donnie not able to keep the ball for GRFC right here. Kalamazoo FC get a little more chances in here as well as they've got a man advantage. Ball played up top. Fazekas comes out. Doomy comes in. Fazekas picks him up. They both pat each other in the back. Grand Army not having anything about it as the foul's on Bo Prey earlier. Resulted in a yellow card for Scott Doney after 2 fouls. This time it's just going to be a free kick. Fazekas is going to take it. And GRFC is able to go back to 11 now. As it looks like Vector's going to slide into the center part of that center back situation. So it'll be Vector and Kettle at center back. And then Kieran Geldenhuis is going to be a left back. Allows Polsterwaite to go back into that diamond midfield. That diamond midfield playing a little more tighter and condensed than you might normally see. So like a traditional 3-man midfield with how narrow and tight they play. Donnie's mistouch to Mendez as Mendez is looking to get it back. Allows for King to play forward and attack. This is Sailor. Sailor and Mendez collide. Vector comes out with it. Vector just turns into full rugby mode and tackles a couple players. Vector a little bit out of control there. But that 4-3 or that 4-4-2 with that tight 4-man midfield and that diamond shape allows GRFC to stay tight and come back to be in a man advantage as Sipple cuts Bowie down pretty easy. Kettle picks off the pass. Donnie just posts up nice and strong. Donnie through Gronwald. Gronwald hits it upfield. Whalen and Donnie late to come in for it. Donnie tries to jump up, does keep it. Whalen's able to turn on. Mendez by himself in the middle part of the field. Whalen finds him. Mendez cuts it back. This time Tattoos a big save by Prey. Mendez that left his foot. Mendez thought that was in the back of the net. Prey far off his line. Shrinks that angle a little bit and makes a big save. Prey probably not too happy giving up 2 goals in the first 45 minutes against GRFC. Coming out here with a mission to prove. And like we said earlier, his last game in competitive soccer most likely as he's going to boot camp on June 10th. Definitely wants to leave it all on the field. Header won by Hernandez. Mendez lays it for Vector to take. And number 6 defensive center midfielder on that near post wins that header and clears it. But this frees up Vector, which is just as good as a corner. Polsterwaite the target. Polsterwaite not able to get it. This looks like Sutton trying to recover. Sutton plays through Vector. Vector not able to keep the ball in bounds. Mendez toe pokes, tries to toe poke it around him. Hernandez puts him under pressure enough there to keep it in, or keep it out of bounds. Sipple with a throw now. Looking into Sailor. Gronwald wins that header. Liagre through Doomy now. With plenty of space to switch the point of attack. King able to switch it. Finds Brinks. Brinks to King now. King, nice little simple cut move against Mendez. King gets himself free. King's going to line up a shot. Ball's deflected. Finds the feet of Fazekas. Fazekas not able to hold it. Gronwald's able to clear. Fazekas is pumped up that Gronwald had his back on that one because Fazekas not able to hold the ball. And Abari just puts it on frame, but Gronwald in the right place at the right time to help keep this clean sheet going for GRFC. Sutton's missed pass to Doney, just behind him. All the way back to Prey. Doney puts pressure on it. Prey's calmly out of position, out of pressure there. Abari so far only been in for 8 minutes or so of soccer. Has a couple quality chances there as Bowie tries to play in through Doney. Doney's first touch fails him a little bit as he's under pressure by Jordan Villette. Number 3 center back, K College. Missed pass by Brinks, it looks like. Mendez picks it off. Mendez to Whalen now. This is Whalen sort of 1v1. Whalen tall and flighty. Brings it back to his right foot. Hits it off of number 19, Jonathan Nord, who did come into the game. Sorry, we missed that one for Kalamazoo at the half too. So Jonathan Nord goes in at center back and replaces Phil Walk, who got beat on that goal by Doney. Phil Walk was that probably a tactical change by Coach Clement from Kalamazoo FC. Phil Walk got beat, sort of ball watching a little bit. Doney out jumped him. So that allows Jonathan Nord to come in. Mendez keeps it. Mendez little forward move pulls it back. Mendez family, definitely a technical family around here. His brother Aldoni plays for a local club as well. They both do a lot of great stuff, a lot of futsal, so a lot of technique and technical skills between him, and not worried about pressure at all. It's two center backs and the goalkeeper keep possession in. Because of the Agres pass to Sippel. A little hard. Hernandez wins that one. Bowie to take. Post away in the middle of the field, finds Akers of space by himself. Tries to cut the ball back. Hernandez picks that off. And King is able to try to release Abari long, not able to find him. And Vector calmly brings that one down and turns defense into attack. Gelden Heiss now into Postal Weight. Postal Weight over the top into Whalen. Whalen got a good run on this one. So Whalen and Nord. Ball comes through. Missed opportunities. Doney makes the best of this one, though. So it looks like Mendez and Bowie, the target on the Whalen cross, not able to find it. The ball finds the feet of Scott Doney, and Scott Doney buries the second one of the night for him. And just like that, a little over 10 minutes into the second half, GRFC now in a commanding front seat position with a score of 3-0. And that all created with that ball over the top to Whalen. Whalen over the top, running in. And number 19, Jonathan Nord of Kalamazoo FC, trying to keep pace with him. Whalen's able to get the service off. Ball goes to the middle of the field, gets deflected back, and Doney just side foots it into the back of the net. Bo Praise has to pick up the ball for the third time from inside his own net. Whalen's going to get the assist on that one. Not really sure if it is. I mean, Whalen had the ball that floated in there, but that ball came right to Doney off a deflection. And Scott Doney took nothing but that one and buries it as Sutton commits a foul against Kalamazoo FC here. It's the Agre on the ground. Those two forwards pairing up there. Two tall twin towers in the front. Scott Doney and Matt Whalen combining on that one. We talked earlier in the first half with it's nice to see those two getting a relationship together where they sort of know where the other one is. That's actually Whalen's second assist on that one too, because Whalen did assist that goal by Postal Weight. The GRFC coaching staff on that far side got to be a little happier now with what they've done. The first opportunity and a clinical finish there. So Whalen holds the ball underneath. Bowie gets out of his way, recovering tackle there. Looks like the dragging foot just caught him in the face a little bit. Nothing too bad, not a big injury. Big flighted ball in, Doney and Prey. Looks like the trailing leg of the GRFC player might have caught him on the slide. And Saylor looked to slide to block the ball. I'm not sure it's Saylor actually. Looks like Saylor's the one on the ground. Or the one standing there, so it's not Saylor. Referee brings the training staff on right away. Ball will restart from the hands of Bo Prey, the goalkeeper for Kalamazoo FC. Training staff here courtesy of Spectrum Health, one of the leading medical providers in the Grand Rapids area, if not the Michigan area. They're fantastic around here, and their training staff is great. I was able to sit down with one of the trainers or talk to one of the trainers along with Noble Sullivan, one of the GRFC long-time players. The player that got injured is Jordan Villette, number 3, the center back, as he's up in pressure. So tried to make a recovering tackle and just should have caught him in the face. But Noble Sullivan, one of the GRFC fan favorites and the Grand Army fan favorite, of course, tore his Achilles at the start of the season. He's in a walking boot right now. He's just able to put weight on it here in the next few days. And it's been a while since able to do that stuff, and just talking to them about what they're doing in the post-op and the recovery stuff and the rehab that's going on. Spectrum Health definitely knows what they're doing. Bowie comes through, reads that pass from Dooney and wins it. Tries to play through Doney now. Doney back to Mendez. Mendez takes a good positive touch. Mendez brings it back. Mendez not shy at all. Big ball to the far post. Headed away by Brinks. Not Brinks, sorry. Hit away by Philwalk. It was Philwalk that stayed on, and Brinks that went off, it looks like. My apologies there. Mendez not able to get the end of that one. Extremely hard to do this without a spotter and to keep things running. But Philwalk still on the field. Carson Brinks. So Philwalk out of center back. Moved over to right back, and Brinks is the one that gets the rest. Sailor gets the best of Vector there. Sailor brings it back in. So he gets ran over, but Abari finally keeps it. A couple of step overs there, no problem. Vector under pressure. Abari keeps it. Not able to keep it in bounds as it goes off the feet of Postal Weight now. And it's going to be a throw in that Philwalk is going to take. Looks like another substitution here for Kalamazoo. That's Liagre is going to jog over to the bench for his last time on the field.
Kalamazoo FC substitution. Entering the match, number 16, Luke Morrell.
And into the game, number 16, Luke Morrell for Kalamazoo. Philwalk takes a throw in. Long throw in taken. Abari misses it. Sailor tries to hit it. Abari comes through on the scissors. Vector thought it was dangerous play, thought it was a high foot. Abari not able to turn it. You've seen a couple of acrobatic attempts here by Abari so far in the second half. Not able to get anything on frame, really. And the one time they did, and Fazekas bobbles it around a little bit. Nick Groenewald's behind him to cover that space. Fazekas doing a little gamesmanship right now in the 62nd minute. It's never too early to start taking time off that clock, because you never know what's going to happen later on in this game. Goal kick by Fazekas. Off the shoulder of Sipple. Bowie's going to take this throw, and Whalen tried to attack out of the back, but Kalamazoo FC recovered quickly in that space. So Bowie just leaves it for Groenewald. Just over the head of Whalen. Into Morrell, number 16 for Kalamazoo FC. Philwalk gets clipped after the play. Nothing going on there for Mendez. Whalen to Doney. Doney tries to fight through it again. Give Doney more chances in the box. Doney's going to add to that 2-goal tally he's got so far as Groenewald tries to add his in. Finds the feet of Postal Weight. A couple deflections. Postal Weight through Whalen. Postal Weight wins this one now. Postal Weight all over the field right now, just working tirelessly for GRFC. Plays in that left side of that diamond midfield right now. And Postal Weight getting a lot of touches there. Vector's just going to calmly turn upfield. A little heavy touch, but Sutton just sits in the back. Sutton doing a good job sitting in the midfield, sitting between those two center backs at Kettle and Vector now, just to win the ball and win the chances. Ball played out underneath. Trey's going to have no problem coming out on that. Look for Geldenhuis in the overlap. That's the good thing with Postal Weight on the left side of that. If Geldenhuis comes up there and attacks, or comes up and attacks, Postal Weight can just slide into that left back situation as he's so comfortable there as well. Directional pressure here by Whalen up top. Forces Philwalk to hit that ball out of bounds. And now with the ball to play for Geldenhuis, and Postal Weight switch positions. Kyle Hernandez comes up. Ball's deflected off Vector. It's going to be a throw-in. Kalamazoo trying to find some possession or trying to find some rhythm to the game right now, as it's sort of a choppy situation for them as they're not able to do anything. Jonathan Nord off the side of him. GRFC able to keep possession as Mendez comes through. I said Mendez might not look the fastest, but he's fairly quick and explosive. Tries to hit that ball in and across. Great diving save, keeps that out from a corner. Bray leaving it all on the field tonight. Wants to make sure he gives his absolute best effort in his last competitive soccer game. Just fitting it comes against GRFC, where he played a few years back. Off the side of his foot. Elden Hasten to Doney. Doney's pass back to Polstaway. It's a bad one. Barre under control. Hit a chance by Morel. Morel comes in. Vector gets the best of him now in this little tugging match back and forth. And the assistant referee on the far side raises his flag and wiggles it, indicating he saw a foul. Referee blows the whistle, and it's going to be a free kick for GRFC that Fazekas is going to take and just allows Vector to get up the field. '66 minute, GRFC 3, Kalamazoo FC 0. Long ball by Fazekas. Looks like Mendez trying to get in behind Nord. Nord just has to play it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in. Everybody looks to Vector. Vector's getting a little bit of a break, and it looks like GRFC is going to go to the bench now. Looks like Morris Kamara is going to come on the field here in a few seconds. And it looks like also Pepe Martinez as well. Before that, Polstaway with the throw. Corks up as hard as he can. Geldenhuys in there. Not able to find it, so Groenewald's going to find himself on the ball inside the 18. Chips the ball to the far post. This time Prey goes up nice and strong. Doney puts his hands up right away as he sit on a yellow from 2 fouls on Prey earlier in the first half. Kettle easily back to Fazekas. Fazekas just hammers it to midfield. Hernandez wins that one. Bowie goes up, gets undercut by Luke Morel. And here comes those substitutions for GRFC. Looks like Mendez.
GRFC substitute was number 67. Entering the match, number 17, Morris Kamara. And number 18, Pepe Martinez Bertrand. Exiting the match, number 9, Matt Whelan. And number 77, Alex Mendez.
Yes, it is Mendez and Whalen coming off the field. Onto the game, Morris Kamara and Pepe Martinez. Martinez going to slot in that midfield role where he plays at Western Michigan again. We'll add to that Western Michigan product on the field. And up top goes Morris Kamara. So in the forward role for GRFC, Morris Kamara for Robert Spring Arbor. And in forward role for Kalamazoo FC, number 12, Janum Saylor of Spring Arbor. So a lot of Western Michigan players today, and a lot of competitive players for Spring Arbor as well. Morris Kamara, just a ball of athletic energy when he gets into the field as well. So sort of a like-for-like changes. A little different player in Kamara than Whalen, of course. A little shorter and more athletic and pacier. Martinez a little bit more, I wouldn't say a little more technical of a player. I'd say a little bit more of a ground cover space than Mendez. Mendez a little bit more of attacking based in what he does. Martinez just a little bit cleaner. Martinez gets on the ball here, is able to turn it in. Martinez tries to take on Doomy. Doomy picks that pass off. Martinez tries to recover as hard as he can to put him under pressure. Doomy plays through Saylor. Saylor lets it run through his legs, and this is Saylor 1v1 with Vector. Vector closes him down, stands his ground really hard. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Kalamazoo FC. That's where you want to see somebody with a little more confidence in there. Sailor gets in 1v1 with Vector, and he sort of pulls it back, and there was space to go into. Not able to keep it. Number 37, David Miguelon on the field for Kalamazoo United, or Kalamazoo FC, sorry. Called them Kalamazoo United a few times in the first half. It is Kalamazoo FC. As it looks like Sipple now is at right back. And Phil Walk did exit the game. Megion now at left back, Sipple at right back. And the center back still is Villette and Nord for Kalamazoo FC. Villette takes off the chest, under pressure by Doney. Off the foot of Dooney, it's going to be out of bounds for a throw-in for GRFC. Kalamazoo FC does have a sub at the midfield stripe. We'll be checking in the next situation. Sutton doing a good job keeping the ball today for GRFC. Kamara turns upfield, under pressure by Morale. Morale just tosses Kamara onto the ground. Kamara's a pretty good, solid physical specimen of a player as well. Ball skipping around the box there. Geldon Hayes wins it, just starts swinging at things now, and looks like Doomey has enough and just smashes the ball forward. Looks like it went off the face of a Kalamazoo FC player over the head of Groenewald there. Here's that substitution. And it's going to be the speedster Doomey coming off the field.
Substitution for Kalamazoo FC. Exiting the match, number 10, Victorani Manyange. Entering the match, number 11, Lucas Milagüez. Milagüez for Manyange. Substitution.
Milagüez coming in for Kalamazoo. Jogs all the way across. Doomey's the one that gave GRFC some fits earlier. Long throw taken by Bowie. Ahead of Doney, not able to win it. Milagüez under pressure right away. Kettle's called for a foul there. As Sailor comes through and sort of gets bumped by Kettle. And then Bowie gets the wrong part of that one. Sailor as well, but the foul was before that situation happened. Bullet into Hernandez. Hernandez able to keep it. Tight pressure there by Pepe Martinez. And Nord just smashes it over the head of Vector. Kettle brings it down. Bowie tries to get it up too. Finds Martinez. Martinez able to keep it. Bowie trying to go through everybody's traffic there. Not sure who clipped Hernandez. It was Bowie or Martinez. Hernandez on the ground, clutching his ankle. Referee calls for a free kick, and Kalamazoo starts it real quick. Maggie onto the back. King sidesteps everybody. Maggie on now. Well, that just sidesteps Kamara. Pulled by King. King switched the point of attack now. Sipple finds him space. Postweight sort of jogs out to put him under pressure. Ball already picked off by Geldon Hayes. So now GRFC wants to get some possession going. Not able to do it as Martinez not able to keep the ball. Looking for Doney and Kamara up top. And pass is won by King. Now GRFC to sort of take some pride and finish the game. 74th minute, 16 minutes of regulation left. You want GFC to sort of get this shutout keep that stuff going. So if they can keep this going right now, it's a great momentum win. Next game for them, I believe, on the deck is Wednesday. The semifinals in the Milk Cup at Lansing United. Kamara is able to turn in behind. But Kamara just a shoulder off sides on that one. Kamara flirting with danger, and Light and Nord sort of high-five each other and give a quick congratulations. They're both pretty successful. Numbers have changed for GRFC.
Coming off number 7,
looks like Anthony Bowie's had his night.
Entering the match for GRFC, number 20, Giuseppe Vitali.
And Vitali, number 20, is going to slide into that midfield. He's going to slide into more of the defensive diamond part of it. It looks like Sutton's going to push a little higher on the right flank now. As GRFC still in that 4-4-2 in that diamond midfielder. Missed touch by Sipple. Postlewaite doesn't even press it, knows he doesn't have to worry about it. It's going to be a throw in for Postlewaite on that far side. Most likely the next sub for GRFC is going to be Doney getting his rest, because Jalen Rodriguez will be coming into the game for GRFC. Jalen Rodriguez is a giant spark plug no matter what he does, full of pace and ability. As Sutton doesn't win the best part of that tackle, as Maguion does. Finds the feet of King. King's able to turn, finds Sipple with space on that far side. Sipple able to bring it up, sort of mistouches a little bit and has to slow it down. This is Sipple through the feet of Morel now. Morel in the 18 under pressure from Vector. Vector just throws his body in there, bodies him off the ground, and it's going to be a GRFC goal kick. Another substitution for Kalamazoo FC. And Nick King's going to get his rest for the night. So number 8, Nick King, that center midfielder off. Sorry, at 6, Kyle Hernandez is coming off. King's still on.
Entering number 23, Arthur Prunis. Substitution occurred.
Number 23, Arthur Prunis, is going to be the one that checks in. This header by Doney finds the feet of Martinez, it looks like. Gets chopped down pretty quick by Prunis. His first action right there so far is a foul. Vitali to Postlewaite. Postlewaite brings it in. A little slow on the touch there. Won by King. Into the feet of Kamara. Kamara does turn, tries to turn and hit it, but it comes right to the hands of Prey fairly simply. Kalamazoo in. This is Morel. Morel looking for Sailor. Overhits it. Bezikas just watching Shepard, trying to take any little bit of time off we can. 77th minute. GRFC still leads by a score of 3-0. Goals tonight from Doney, who has 2, and Postlewaite, who's got 1. So far, a pretty solid performance. GRFC still with a shutout streak going in. That's sort of where you want to be now, as Kettle just clears this one up the field. Header won by Sipple. Maguion on the ball under pressure from Groenwald. Sorry, it's not Maguion, I apologize, that's Velasquez. Sidesteps Groenwald. Groenwald chops him down, referee right to his pocket. Groenwald knew it was coming. Velasquez sort of got the best of Groenwald twice in a row. Groenwald had enough of it there and sort of clips him. Just like that, Groenwald's got a yellow as well. So only players right now on the field are Doney and Groenwald with yellow cards. It's going to be a free kick that number 8 Nicholas King or Nick King from Kalamazoo FC is going to take. It's going to be an in-swinger. Target on this one probably is Abari on the back. Abari with Doney. Header won by Postlewaite, who seems to win a lot of stuff. Kamara needs to keep the ball for GRFC so they can get up. He's able to play through with Pepe Martinez. Martinez now through Doney. Yeldon Hayes comes up and attacks. Doney just holds it. Doney got in a little wrestling match on the far side. Finds the feet of Bezikas again. Bezikas just calmly wasting time, sitting there in the ball until Sailor pressures. So it'll take 20 seconds or so off the clock, and 20 seconds is 20 seconds as we're in the 78th minute. Ball won by Morel there. Morel starting to work a lot more. Yeldon Hayes tackles it. Looks like he won the ball. Gets Morel with him too. Referee does call a free kick. It's going to be a free kick for Kalamazoo FC right at midfield. Looks like this could be a chance for that substitution to happen. Now before Kalamazoo FC plays it in quick. And it is going to be Scott Doney walking off the heel for the last time tonight, but a good shift by Scott Doney tonight as he's got 2 goals tonight for GRFC. Sort of caps the first and the third off so far. First goal, Doney's head. Second goal, Caleb Polshawaite's right foot. Third goal, Scott Doney's left foot. We're looking to press this one as Vilate. Has it? There's Maggie on to get out wide. Left back. Prey put under pressure. Prey with a good ball through to Maggie-on. Laguez dummies the ball. Goes through off the shin of Groenwald. Sutton keeps the ball well here for GRFC. Keeps the ball in. Little lackadaisical in there, and he's got his pocket picked by Malazquez. Looks to switch through Sipple. Sipple brings it in the middle of the field for the first time. I haven't seen this happen too much. Tons of space on this near side for Malazquez. Sorry, Maggie-on. Now Malazquez. That ball is hammered into the stands. Finding out that our fans in the stands aren't really goalkeepers or ex-goalkeepers, so that one sort of hit off somebody's face. Ball's going to stay through Kalamazoo FC. Going to throw him at Malazquez with 37 to Sailor. And Kettle gives up a corner kick here. This may be the first corner kick we've seen so far for Kalamazoo FC in this match, and it comes in the 81st minute, trailing by 3 goals. Cam Sipple's going to take this. It's going to be right-footed in-swinger. Hit with pace off the head of, looks like number 19, Jonathan Nord, the center back. Ball whipped in hard by Cam Sipple. Nord not able to direct it on frame. That's going to go out for a goal kick for GRFC. Rodriguez took a header, didn't even know about it. Misplayed in. Ball's played over the top, looking for Kamara. Sort of mishit pass by Sutton. Sutton puts his thumbs up like he knew he was acknowledging Kamara. That's who he was trying to find. Not able to do so. The ball's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in for GRFC. Sutton leaves it for Groenwald. Kamara sort of posting up inside the 18, brings it out of his chest. Able to find Pepe Martinez. Martinez just dancing on the ball in there. It's going to go out off of Maggie-on. It's going to be a throw-in now for GRFC deep in the offensive third. And by being up 3 goals here, there's no reason to take any chances here, and Vector stays back. This normally would be Vector territory, but when your advantage is 3 goals, you're going to keep the defender back there as long as you can. However, Groenwald, no shortness of this. The ball's headed by Kamara into Proy's left hand. Prey restarts through a rolling ball through Sipple as Rodriguez comes to press. Rodriguez is not short on speed at all. Geldon Hayes able to keep it. Not able to keep it there, sorry. Defeated 21. Question looking for 21 is Zabari just takes out somebody from behind. It looks like he's going to get his yellow card. This Kettle's waving on the trainer right now. Maybe Geldon Hayes, sorry. Not Geldon Hayes, he's on there, but it is. Yellow card looks like maybe Sipple got the yellow card. Not really sure. GRFC player still down, holding his hand on the back. Kalamazoo FC committed on that challenge. A lot of pain going on right now for him. Of course, you're going to take as much time as you can, too, at this point. maybe Sutton is the one that's down there. The one I can't see on the field right now, but I could be wrong. Spectrum Health training staff out there checking everything out, making sure he's okay. And it is Derek Sutton. Hobbles off the field.
Yellow card caution issued to number 9, Rowan Abari.
Nobari is the one with the yellow card. GRFC, only one player left on the bench that really is a field player. We do have a goalkeeper still there just in case. But it looks like GRFC is going to make this last change in the 85th minute. As it looks like Sutton has put in about 85 minutes of pretty hard work, 84 minutes of pretty hard work now. Looks like he's going to make this change right away. And just like that, Dara O'Riordan comes in. It's a center midfielder by trade. My guess is Postalwaite's going to go back to the back again, or actually slide back into defensive midfield role a little bit more. Because Sutton was in that midfield. So the back line's still intact. Geldenhuys at left back. Vector and Kettle in the middle. And Gronwald on the right side. Midfield now anchored by, looks like Vitali. On the left side, Postalwaite. Right side now O'Riordan. And on the point would be Pepe Martinez, with Rodriguez and Kamara up top. As Prunus just dribbles through two defenders or two GRFC players, no problem. Showing a lot of skill there. Almost a little bit too little, too late right now. So they're still trying to fight back to a 3-goal disadvantage here, with just under 5 minutes to play in regulation. Sipple with a heavy touch. 1v1 on the far side. Sipple gets it back this time. Sipple brings it back. This time serves it in over the head of Abari. Won by Kettle. Finds the feet of King. Good tackle there by O'Riordan. This is Pepe Martinez looking to spring Kamara. Ball's pulled a little bit too much. Kamara's still going to work and run it down. No shortage of energy there as Kamara does press Prey back into the middle. Good defensive recovery of Morel there. Comes back in and wins it for Kalamazoo FC. Still tirelessly working in there. It's him and his teammate on the far side, sort of keeping away from Postalwaite. And it's Sybil on the far side. Sorry, I couldn't figure who that one was. Nice pass by Rodriguez. Kamara tries to come back in. Heck of a spin off of Kamara's shin. Going to find the feet of Magion over here. Vitali wins this one nice and simple. O'Riordan now. Postalwaite. GRFC getting a little possession here in the 87th minute. Trying to clean this game up as much as they can. And most importantly, come under with the victory, but even more, try to clear up the scoreboard. Gronwald, 1 touches, not able to bring it down. We'll go over the end line for a goal kick for Kalamazoo FC. Maggie on the far side tries to drive it up to Saylor. Vitali wins it. Good strong play by Pepe Martinez. It's O'Riordan in. O'Riordan now trying to think of what he wants to do. Got stuck sort of in between decisions, hoping Rodriguez would come back in and make more of a diving run in there. Strong play by Rodriguez. Rodriguez not short of strength either. Plays through O'Riordan. This is O'Riordan by himself. Cuts it back, and O'Riordan just buries it to the near post to Bo Prey. O'Riordan, last person on the field right now, last person on the score sheet. Decent play by Rodriguez. Rodriguez puts everybody under pressure on that right backside. Looks like him and Morel on that far side. Rodriguez wins that battle, cuts it back in, and finds O'Riordan, who literally had 5 yards of space inside the 18, right around 10, 15 yards outside off the goal, and just calmly takes it. Let's play commit to one side and brings the ball back to the near post. Hard shot to save when you cut the ball back where it came from. And GRFC racks up 4 on the scoreboard. In the 88th minute, GRFC leads by a score of 4-0 over Kalamazoo FC. This is going to be a good result here for GRFC right now, especially now if they can close out the shutout, as Rodriguez wins this one as well. Kamara lets it spin, fights through tackles everywhere. Kamara just tries to fight through Nord, ends up fouling Nord. Blake takes it quick into the feet of Magion now. Magion leaves her Velasquez. Now Magion starts to attack. Prunus on the ball now for Kalamazoo. Prunus, nice little technical player. Now to King. King to Sipple. One by Groenwald. Groenwald hits that one up the field. Gelden Hayes misjudges the header. Abari brings it back to Sipple. Gelden Hayes ends up winning that. Thought it went off the deflection of a Kalamazoo FC player. It doesn't. Sipple doesn't wait long to recover. Took Sailor on the far side. Sailor cuts it back in. Long legs of Kettle win this one. And O'Riordan calmly wins that. GRFC thought about trying to be really quick. Finds Rodriguez on the far side. Looks like Gelden Hayes is the one that recovers there. Rodriguez, couple of step overs, keeps the ball. Turns on it, tries to hit it, not able to. Plays it back. And it buries the ball. That's Gelden Hayes coming into that left back spot who was originally on the foul. Gets fouled, does the restart of Rodriguez, stays in the attacking third. His postal weight sat back underneath him. And Gelden Hayes takes a touch to his right foot, absolutely hammers the ball into that far upper 90, and absolutely nothing Bo Bray could do about that one. So just with that, we're in the 90th minute, just clicking into stoppage time in GRFC. 5 goals in this game. Great chances there, but Gelden Hayes struck that one absolutely clinically perfect and hit it with as hard as he could. Rodriguez with the assist, Gelden Hayes for the goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated there will be 3 minutes of
3 minutes of stoppage time announced by our stadium announcer and our fourth official as Maggie comes up. Now it's just about pride now. Can we as GRFC keep this score zeros as King brings it down. Sipple's on the far side in the overlap. King's pointing to him, plays him. Closed down by goal scorer Gelden Hayes. The Sailor in there under pressure from Vector. Vector able to get turned. Fazikis right at the near post as I think the body and physical play by Vector on Sailor forced Sailor into a sort of a bad shot, bad angle, but Fazikis at his near post able to make that save pretty simple. Ball smashed upfield by Fazikis. Off the chest of Postal weight. It's like Pepe Martinez. Tackles coming from O'Riordan. O'Riordan get a little bit of freedom in here. Valette just hammers this one up the field. Doesn't want to think around with it too much. Grunwald fights to the strength there. Maggie on now. O'Riordan underneath for Vitale. Vitale looks to play Rodriguez. Rodriguez tries to backheel and turn it. Tells Kamara to get out of the way and just leaves it. They sort of threw ball in, just overhit a little bit for Prey. Rodriguez and Kamara, totally different players than what you saw in Whalen and Doney, but they're clicking on all cylinders as well. Sipple and King still on the field for Kalamazoo FC. So is Sailor. Both teams made their 6 substitutions. A lot of different players on here to finish the game that started the game. A free kick for Sipple at midfield-ish. Into the feet of Sailor. Under pressure from Vector. Deflected off of Sailor. Gelden takes this one. Into O'Riordan. O'Riordan's able to bring it down, no problem. Plays through Vector. Vector's not going to have any of this stuff and just hits it upfield. Kamara tries to jump for it. Rodriguez on the top and presses a little bit. Prey out to Maggie. Into the feet of King now. Sorry, not King, that's Moreau. Or Pruna, sorry. Who's now in that defensive center mid role with the substitution of Hernandez. Sipple's pass intended for Alaguez, picked off by Groenwald. And with that, that's the last touch of the game. The center referee, Nick Balser, has enough of this one, blows his whistle 3 times. In an MPSL game tonight, 6 o'clock start from Houseman Field. A little slow start maybe in the first half with a 2-0 advantage. In the second half, GRFC opens it up even more and finishes this game with a 5-goal advantage. 5 goals to 0 in favor of GRFC. Tons of good stuff going on for Grand Rapids Football Club and GRFC. 2 goals by Doney, goal from Postalway, goal from O'Riordan. There's tons of stuff going on and what's in all that situation, how things work. Only a couple little blemishes on the field. The only time that it got really scary for Noah Fazikis and net when he mishandled the ball, it played in, but Groenwald was there to cover it and blocks that one out of the way. More importantly tonight, great stuff going on. GRFC getting 5 goals going into the Milk Cup semifinal this Wednesday in Lansing against Lansing United. Big congratulations goes out to goalkeeper Bo Prey for Kalamazoo FC. Played his last competitive game tonight as he's going to go into boot camp once again on June 10th. And they're going to go and be a doctor in the military. Big congratulations and a lot of respect goes to him, and you can see him in midfield too. A lot of players talking to him from GRFC, congratulating him on a good career there. And a great professional soccer player and professional individual, how he carries himself and does things. But a lot of good stuff tonight. Got a lot of good choices for man of the match with Postlethwaite and Doney and Whalen. Whalen 2 assists, 2 goals by Doney. Goal and assist for Postlethwaite. Goal by Geldenhuys. Tons of good options there for them to choose from. But a lot of good stuff going on here for GRFC at Houseman Field tonight. Once again, on behalf of GRFC, my name is Justin Harnden. Final score again here from Houseman. GRFC 5, Kalamazoo FC 0. GRFC now solidifies themselves in the second place spot in the NPSL Great Lakes Conference. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight. We'll see you out here again soon. Have a great rest of your weekend.